Hi there. This video covers the basics of Clipchamp. We will look at uploading video clips and editing them, adding graphics, transitions, text, music, sounds, and finally exporting our video. Let's get started. First, we'll begin by creating a new video. Then we set the title. Next, click on the big plus button to add our media and click on Browse Files. Find your movie clips and select the ones you want to upload. Then click Open and you can see they appear in the Your Media folder on the left. Now let's add our clips to the timeline. Move the mouse over the first clip and press and hold the left mouse button. Then drag the clip over to the timeline and release the mouse button. Remember that Animatron, the program we use to create the animation, only exports 10 seconds at a time for the free version. So, the first clip isn't 10 seconds long, meaning this first clip has the start of the next clip at the end, and we need to remove it. First, we need to find the removal point, so we play the clip over and over until we find where we're going to split or cut the clip. Then we go to the editing tools and select the scissors. We can now right-click over the part of the strip we don't want and delete it. Now let's add the next clip, Star Jumps. There is another way to add clips to the timeline, and that is to hover the mouse over the clip and then click on the blue plus button that appears in the bottom right corner of the clip. Notice that the tools for the video clip appear at the top of the screen. Now let's look at graphics. Click on the Graphics button in the tool in the left-hand side panel. Now you can see all the graphics options. Simply click on a graphic and drag it over to the timeline. In order to zoom in and out, hold down the Control key and rotate the mouse wheel. If you don't have a mouse wheel, you can use the plus and minus buttons on the timeline toolbar at the right-hand end. There is also a To Fit button, which will zoom in or out to show the whole video. I decided to use the progress bar graphic, so I dragged it onto the timeline and made sure it started at the beginning of the video and finished at the end of the video, using the handles at both ends of the strip. Next, we will look at transitions. We're going to use a fade to black where the two clips we have so far meet. First, click on the Filters and Transitions icon. It isn't currently visible, so click on the More button at the bottom of the Tools panel. Notice that the Your Media folder disappears off the top when the tool panel scrolls down. Let's find the Fade to Black transition. Drag it over to the clips and drop it on the plus button sign that appears at the join between our two clips. If you hover over the plus button, you will see it change and display Add Transition. Release the mouse button to place the transition. Let's see what we have. You can see that our hero walks onto the screen before the transition is completely black. So let's drag the transition start a little to the left. Okay, that's better. But in the previous scene, our hero disappears just before the transition starts. So let's drag the transition start a little more to the left. That looks okay now. Just quickly, let's add in our last clip. Notice when we click on the plus button to add the clip to the timeline, it is added at the time marker. It is easy to drag the clip onto the lower timeline, but let's instead undo the clip placement and then move the time marker to the end, and then click the plus button on the clip. Notice the momentary black frame between the two clips. I didn't quite place the time marker correctly when adding the last clip. So just grab the clip and slide it to the left, then release the mouse button. We can see this clip also has the start of another clip at the end. So let's slide the end handle back to where the bicycle scene ends. Let's also move the graphic progress bar end handle up to the new finish point of our video. Click on Music and Sounds in the tool panel on the left and hover over some music until you find one you like. I like the one at the top, so I drag it onto the timeline. We can change the volume and speed of the sound using the tools at the top. When you are happy with the video, you can export it by clicking the Export button in the top right-hand corner. The free version doesn't have any options, so just click on the Continue button at the bottom and you will see the progress of your export at the top on the left. When the export is complete, save the video to your computer.